Hi, everyone. No one. um, Tonight, I thought I would share one of my favorite written works. It's The Wanderer, and it's a monologue spoken by a character whose fate it is to roam the stars in search of a lord to replace his dead gold friend. Gold friend being his king or lord of the realm. The speaker acquires wisdom through his grim wanderings. It's been suggested that the monk who wrote down the poem might have been trying to make its essentially pagan spirit more acceptable to a Christian audience by adding expressions of faith in God to the poem. I don't know why I like this one, but I do. It's kind of long, so forgive me. But here we go. The lonely wanderer prays often for compassion and for mercy from Lord God, but for a long time destiny decrees that with a heavy heart he must dip his oars into icy waters, working his passage over the sea. He must follow the paths of exile. Fate is inexorable. The wanderer's mind moved upon adversity and savage slaughter and the ruin of kinsmen. He said, "Time and again at the day's dawning, I must mourn all my afflictions alone. There is no one still living to whom I dare open the doors of my heart. I have no doubt that it is a noble habit for a man to bind fast all his heart's feelings with silence, whatever his impulse, his inclination. The weary in spirit cannot withstand fate. Nothing comes of rankling resentment. For this reason, any man ambitious for renown confines his unhappiness to his own heart. So, ever since the day I discovered my gold friend with dark clods of earth, I have had to keep my thoughts to myself, and this, despite my grief, cut off from free kinsmen so far away from my own dear country. For I left that land, plowed the icy waves with winter in my heart. In utter dejection I journeyed far and wide, hunting for the hall of a generous gold giver, for a man who would welcome me into his mead hall, give me good cheer, for I boasted no friends, entertain me with delights. He who has experienced it knows what a cruel companion sorrow can be to any man who has few loyal friends. For him are the ways of exile, in no wise twisted gold. For him is a frozen body, in no wise the fruits of the earth. He remembers hall retainers, and how in his youth he had taken treasure from the hands of his gold friend after the feast. Those joys have all vanished. A man who lacks advice for a long while from his lord and friend lives thus in his loneliness. In restless sleep he dreams that he clasps and kisses his lord and lays hands and head upon his lord's knee, just as he had done when he approached the gift throne previously. Then the lonely wanderer wakes again and sees the dark waves surging around him, the seabirds bathing and spreading their feathers, snowflakes falling mingled with hail. Then his wounds lie more heavy in his heart. Aching for his lord, his sorrows are renewed. The memory of kinsmen sweeps through his mind. He welcomes them with songs, eagerly scans his comrade warriors. Then they melt away again. Their spirits do not bring many songs to his lips. Sorrow and care constantly attend the man who must send time and again his weary heart over the frozen waves. And thus I cannot understand why in the world my mind is not tormented when I brood on the fate of many brave warriors, how they have suddenly had to leave the mead hall, the bold friends and followers. So it is this world, day by day, dwindles and passes away. For a man will not be wise until he has suffered his share of winters in the world. A wise man must be patient, neither passionate nor hasty of speech, neither rash nor irresolute in battle. He should not be timid, despairing, grasping, and never eager to boast before he can implement it. When it is his turn to boast, a man must bide his time until he has no doubt in his brave heart that he has resolved upon the right action. A wise man must fathom how frightening it will be when all the riches of the world stand waste, as now in diverse places in this middle earth old walls stand tugged at by the winds and hung with hoar frost, buildings in decay. The wine halls crumble, heartbroken lords lie dead, all the proud followers have fallen by the wall. Battle laid claim to some, leading them on long journeys. The raven carried one high over the waters, and one the gray wolf devoured. A warrior with downcast face hid yet another in an earth cave. Thus the Creator laid this world waste until the ancient works of the giants were deserted, hushed without the hubbub of milling inhabitants. Then he who contemplates these noble ruins and who deeply ponders this dark life, wise in his mind, will often remember the countless slaughters of the past and speak these words: where is the horse gone? Where the man? Where the river of gold? Where is the feasting place? And where the pleasures of the hall? I mourn the gleaming cup, the warrior in his corslet, the glory of the prince. How time has passed away, darkened under the shadow of night, even as if it had never been. Where the beloved warriors were, there now stands a wall of miraculous height, carved with serpent forms. The savage ash spears, avid for slaughter, have claimed all the warriors, inexorable fate. Storms crash against these rocky slopes. Falling sleet and snow fetter the world. Winter howls, then darkness draws on. The night shadow casts gloom and brings fierce hailstorms from the north to frighten men. Nothing is ever easy in the kingdom of earth. The world beneath the heavens is in the hands of fate. Worldly possessions are ephemeral. Friends pass away. Here man is transient and kinsman transient. The whole world becomes a wilderness. So spoke the wise man in his heart as he sat apart in secret thought. He who is wise adheres to his beliefs. A brave man will not reveal the torments in his heart before he knows their remedy. It is best for a man to seek comfort and compassion from the Father in heaven, where we will all find security. Now, I don't know if I don't like the added stuff with the God in there. I don't know why. I always feel like such an atheist whenever I see like God. Don't know why. Maybe it's because I don't like the people who are preaching. Like they have to put that in there, you know. And the story really, you know, throwing the Father in heaven on top of it. I don't think that that's how it was. I mean, given the time period that was written, I don't think, I mean, because it was during the Anglo-Saxon time period, and most of the stuff that really gets to me is the stuff that speaks more of, you know, the sorrow and care constantly attend the man who must send time and again his weary heart over the frozen waves, you know, and for a long time destiny decrees you must dip your oars over icy waters, working passage over the sea. You know, I mean, that's life. You know, that we want mercy when we're having a hard time, and you know, destiny says, not yet. No mercy for you yet, you know, and just a man who lacks advice lives in his loneliness. And, you know, it's just this person was tormented by friends that have come and gone, things that have passed, you know, just the passage of time. And I think everybody can relate to the passage of time and the people that come and go into your life. Some of them really important, And then when they're gone, you just feel like you're left to sea, like your parents, they're kind of like your Lord for a while. They provide everything for you, and you don't have to do a whole lot, but you do for them. And then when you're an adult and they ask you to do stuff, you do stuff for them, and then they're gone, and you're like, well, what do I do now? I don't have this, you know. So that's the Wanderer. Like I said, it was written during Anglo-Saxon time period.